you punt someone in the rear, you're gonna have, you know, radiator damage. You're gonna be slower because you're gonna be less aerodynamic. Now this is the worst track to, it's always a bad idea to text and drive, because the result of texting and driving is you take your eyes off the road, but this is probably the worst track to take your eyes off the road. Especially in a 911, a Lamborghini or Ferrari 458, I know those are the ultimate poster cars, but they're just not good when the rear wheels get on the grass. They spin out. They fishtail. Love to see it. Everyone's driving safe and smart on this track. It's because of the time you, especially with heavy damage on the vehicles, if you spin out into the wall hard, it could cost you more than 10 seconds on your lap. So Philness, we'll have to find a way to get you into one of these lobby races. When I do them, I'll probably most likely do them Friday nights, unless Philness and Aussie Pug say that the time that works for them is, let's say, GMT 5 time. If that works for you guys, well, what might actually occur is maybe I'll do them Saturday morning. So I think my Saturday morning would be your night. Now, I'm sorry for anyone behind me finding me. I'm driving really slow. This is also an extreme track because it's extremely hard to pass. There's very few places to pass. And with damage on high, it's not like online where you just, you know, kind of, oh, Philness, Saturday morning works best? All right. And when's your Saturday morning based on my time zones? That's the tricky part. So my Saturday morning is a GMT time, 5. So I don't know if you'd be in the middle of the night or not. So right now I'm playing it safe. I'm going with slower driving, but safer driving, because I'd rather take 5 extra seconds, 6 seconds, 6, even 10 seconds faster around the lap than to wipe out 4 or 5 times, pick up mechanical damage. And usually a wipeout, I feel, usually costs 5 to 10 seconds. But love this race for how difficult, extreme, and technical it is. If you can race this race, you can take care of yourself on pretty much any track. Because this race, until you memorize it, forces you to pay attention to all the details, all the markers, especially the gear select suggestion. And it's all right, viewers, subscribers, you can pass me. I won't cry about it. Actually be pretty impressed. Love seeing good takeovers. Prefer doing them, but don't mind when they happen to me. Ooh, that was slow. Oh, we had someone looked like there was a collision back there. Someone's gonna find out what full damage feels like. Okay, Saturday 10 a.m. my time is best, and for my section of the world, I think on a Saturday a lot of people do have 10 in the morning off. Because, you know, as the kids watch the morning cartoons, you get to, I think that would be perfect. So maybe next Saturday we'll plan one for 10 a.m. Philness, because I know I won't stay behind you for very long unless you deliberately drive slowly. But I'd love to watch you in the replay, like I watched your replay the other night, making me a lot faster on Deep Forest. Okay, so what's going on for fuel? We are good for a second lap. On full. So I turned down the fuel consumption a little too much. Maybe next time it'll be a little higher than that. because the goal is I want to make it so that it's sort of like a strategic decision. Do you pit every single lap because you run high fuel and soft tires, or do you run hard tires and fuel level 6 and pit every 2, maybe 3 laps? Just trying to balance it so that on the fuel, if you're on fuel ratio 1, that you could get like 1.5 laps in, so that, you know, once you get in the lap, you learn quickly, I'm not going to make it, I'll switch to a lower fuel setup. So very hard to pass, kind of extreme passing on this track. And I can definitely put on the soft tires. Definitely put the soft tires on because the fuel is going to last far too long compared to the tires. Oh wait, film this, that's cool, saying we can actually pick where people start. Oh, I'm losing it. Thought I'd slide out there. 911 has some of the best grip until it has no grip. So I'm not putting the radar on because we're not in some wild lobby where we don't know everyone and everyone is just really out to try to spear you into another stratosphere. I've got the map on. And the reason for that is I don't know the track that well. Oh, I'm going to cause problems for people here. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Everyone being excessively kind to their YouTuber buddy here. And turns out, I'm glad. Thank you for the company. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that ate grass. Oh, right, yeah, you could definitely host the lobby. I'd say if you start making the rules for it tonight, if it's next Saturday, unless you want to do one tomorrow morning. If you do one tomorrow morning, all that I'd ask is share with the group. Try to tonight pick out your name, and those that want to pick it, try your stats, try your setup tomorrow at 10, they can. And if you prefer to do it for next Saturday, well, then that works too. It'll just give more time. Okay, yeah, tomorrow, sure, film this. Decide what name you're going to use, unless you keep it under the JCCR Racing subscribers title, and then I can find it under JCCR tomorrow, as well as everyone who's watching tonight, and those that are racing tonight. We can meet up tomorrow morning. Very entertaining race because it's so narrow, it's so tough to pass clean. It requires the absolute hardest effort. Super Doofus, I got scared and pulled back. I didn't know it was you, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's someone who slipped into the lobby who isn't a viewer and I'm about to get speared. So I braked, which is smart. It's not bad at all to kind of test people beside you without actually hitting them. Oh, Cafe Snowflake, you dropped out. Oh, well, we'll have a race tomorrow. I can't promise it'll be Nuremberg, but in a week from now when I host one, it might very well be the Nuremberg because it's just so tough. And I just find it, Philness, it is a private lobby, but yes and no. Because I think I actually left it public, but I put the title JCCR Racing Subscribers. So you'd think some people would see that and say, oh, okay, well, I don't know what this is, I'm not a subscriber, and then, not join. All right, love this section here. This is pretty cool. They're not incorporating this in any Canadian roads, and I don't expect it to happen anytime soon. Frankie Lips looking very solid with that Subaru. Nice looking car. Good menacing look with the dark colors. Looks like a flat matte Darth Vader helmet. Whoa, and I pushed it just a little too hard, and In those instances, I take the foot off the brake and the foot off the accelerator. First is flying 16 seconds ahead of us, but spinning out will do that. I had a total hold my drink moment. Yeah, might only do one race, might get into a second one. We'll see who stays. If we have enough racers stay, we'll do a second one. And if we don't have enough racers stay, well then we'll do just one. And we'll go finish the live online. Ooh, we're gonna try to avoid contact there. There we go, very clean. Thank you very much to that beautiful Ferrari. Super Doofus, was it, I think? Oh, I'm sorry, friend. Oh, Frankie, I promise I was full braking. I had my foot on the brake 100%, and my brakes just weren't efficient enough. Oh, yes, Cafe Snowflake, I hear you. I also feel like I did not pick the best car for this race. I picked my favorite car, and it's definitely not the best because the 911, like the Lamborghini and like the Ferrari 458, is just dangerous when your back wheels hit the grass. Super Doofus clean takeover, very nice. Oh, he's almost got the takeover. Oh, it's getting wild. And the Subaru, who's in the Subaru? SB, I totally would have understood if you would have given me a little push because I accidentally punted you, and I'm sorry, it was a dirty dog move of me, but it wasn't a deliberate one. The results were still the same, but it was not deliberate, my friend, in any way. I was 100% on the brakes, and I slid into your car, and I wonder, where's my brake controller at? The tune I like to use here, traction control 2 when I don't know a race, and GR3 cars, GR4 cars, I go all out with no traction control. So I'm going to put it to minus 2, because the Porsche, the mid-engine vehicles, or the Porsche 911 here, the engine's behind the rear wheels, and as a result, there's a lot of weight on those rear wheels.
Careboy 777 has left the room.
Let's see what we can do here with some softs, and I'm definitely going to refuel. So yeah, mid-engine vehicles have a lot of weight over those rear wheel vehicles. The 911 is rear engine. It has the most weight over those rear vehicles. As a result, they're great at coming out of corners with maximum traction, unlike the front engine where there's less weight on the rear wheels. But the other real benefit also is you can put the brakes more towards the rear, means less braking in the front, a little longer to slow down, but not quite that bad of, yeah, Super Doofus, I put the damage on, yes, extreme damage. That's the title of the live is extreme, and yeah, so no one's gonna get rewarded for punting or spearing into another stratosphere, and smart, safe driving gets rewarded. So when the front wheels brake less, the car turns in more, especially when you're trail braking. But in this race, I don't do much trail braking. I kind of, because the turns come at you so quickly. Oh, I'm gonna have a big problem. Oh, I might not be able to turn anymore. Let's see, do we still have a car to drive? Oh, we do have wheel damage. This is fun. Ooh, this is gonna be very interesting on the straightaways. You can use all 3 tires. Yeah, all 3 race compounds are available. So that was a big shakeup. I went into pit near the top of the podium. Oh yeah, I can feel it in that wheel. So this is a survival extreme race, survival rules. Get that map back up. Feel free to pass. Frankie, I am limping this car back to a full lapper to the pits. Oh, you got the new weeklies, fantastic. We get our new weekly races, if I'm not mistaken, Mondays. It's shaky here with the tire damage. Ooh. Yeah, film this is in. Film this is Calgary, or is it Australia? I'm confused. I think it's film this is in Calgary. Yeah, yeah. Cafe Snowflake is in Calgary. That I remember. Alberta. First gear for better turn in.
Racing, turbo_scope 101 has joined the room. Please race clean, thank you, Oz Racing. Please race clean, thank you, Oz Racing.
Oh, Seattle, very cool. Very nice, beautiful. Considerably better weather than out here on the East Coast. East North Coast, we're getting a lot of snow this year, which is fun for sports. So Super Doofus, I'm feeling your tire damage, pain. Yeah, America. I am a huge fan of America. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, you've got Utah with the mountains and the off-roading. You've got Florida for, well, just so much. Florida is incredible. Not just the weather, but the lush vegetation, the animals, the alligators, the lizards, the non-native invasive lizards. It's a very interesting place. Texas, fantastic. All right, so we're gonna have a penalty to pay. We'll have to go into the cold shower. So I would never take off in first gear in probably any car other than the 911, because the 911 is very interesting. It has a very meaty first gear. The Ferrari is close but not close. It's a close second. Yeah, the damage completely changes everything, especially on the world's hardest course. This course has taken the lives of many racers. Kind of race at seat of your pants, because even when you have it memorized, if you stop focusing for just a moment and you kind of forget where you are, big problems. But I've got my little aid down there saying next corner I should be in second, and that really, really helps. And Res Racer is flying in first. I'm 25.2 seconds behind you, Res Racer. So good job, Cheeky Ricky Cheeky. Love that little elevation drop there. Woo! What a race. Such a race to remind us how important it is to race in manual, because so many turns can be saved by downshifting. But if you do hard braking to try to not have the accident, well, you should, lightly brake to correct. But if you do a hard brake to correct, you're good chance you're gonna go off the track into the wall. World's hardest race with the world's most extreme conditions, the most realistic ones, full damage. Woo, good job, Dano. That sounded good. Man, your car sounded good passing us there. What a whiz, and what a great sounding V10. Yes, the Moose, the Canadian unicorn, quite a few when you're driving, when I drive through Maine or New Hampshire to get down to the, the beach in the States, Old Orchard or Hampton Beach. Should have still been on the throttle and then brake all in here. Go from the complete wide to the inside. And we've got, how many minutes? I think we're gonna go soft. And we won't refuel with, well, why not? I don't know how many minutes are left in the race. Well, we can always get more fuel next. Oh, yeah. Suspension and aerodynamics. Yeah, we'll definitely have that fixed up. Dano can do one more lap. Sounds good. Well, that's all we got left. It's on the timer, 6:26. So by the time you get your lap done, we're going to be in business. The race is going to be over. I don't even think I can finish this lap. So we'll see where everyone is when the timer's out. Oh, and same mistake I pulled off. Oops, sorry, buddy. Sorry, Super Doofus. Same mistake, came rushing in, feeling like Superman with these race softs on. Woo! Film is calling this, yeah, the green hell. Absolutely. So I'm gonna have a nice fun time trying to follow Super Doofus. Now, speaking of aerodynamics being damaged and coming off cars, yesterday morning on the way to work, pretty wild. Oh boy, oof. I saw, what was it? Infinity, something like a 2000, maybe 7, 2008. Film this, I have saved the settings. And so I'm following this 08 Infinity on the highway, and I let him pass me. He's in the left lane, and I see and I go in the left lane as well to follow him. Like, he'll pick up the speeding ticket. So I'm following him, and I see that his rear bumper is just waving. I'm like, you know what? I'm going back in the right lane. Oh, shucks. I'm not going to follow him. And his entire bumper ripped off. Infinity makes a one-piece rear bumper that's 2 feet high. It's all one piece, and when one side catches in the wind, the whole thing rips right off. That's where the GTR, cars that can handle curbs really well and grass like the GTR are just fantastic here, because you're not having issues, all going on and off the curbs. You don't have to worry so much about fishtailing. Oh, I had to let go of the brakes there, otherwise we're going straight in the wall. Should follow my own advice, and that's to keep an eye on the gear suggestion. Thank you so much, Cafe Snowflake. Really appreciate it. Yes, please do listen to Cafe Snowflake. Please do hit the like button, because it helps this channel grow. And dropping a comment is extremely helpful. Not just in the live stream, but in the regular comment box. If you drop a comment, drop a comment on what car you like to use here in the Green Hell, as Philness and others have called it. And that'd be great. It really helps the channel grow. Gonna let Dano pass here because he's got a lot of speed on me. Doesn't make any sense trying to hold him back when he's got that much more speed. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I've sunk down into last. Let's see how this shakes out. Oh, and I push it just a little too hard. Pick up a major penalty. This track requires so much concentration. You certainly don't see turns coming up way in advance. Extreme race with extreme rules, heavy damage on, and this is fun. Oh, and I caught the grass. That is the perfect example that I wanted to, kind of hoped would happen tonight. Want to show you what just a little bit of green on the one rear tire. So I was on the throttle and one rear tire touched some green, and it's total fishtail situation. And this track is known for taking race car drivers off the track. "40 seconds left. Will we get ahead of Frankie Lips? I'm not sure. Definitely don't want to punt him again. So I'm going to keep an eye on his brake lights. Oh, we got a shake up here. Oh, and I found a door and I went right through. I got lucky there. Here we go, the long straightaway, and if anyone wants to add me as a friend so that we can do these races more easily, it's Bear_Cuddles for you with the B and the C capitalized. Good job. Frankie Lips getting a benefit from driving smart and clean. I took a big penalty because I ate the wall twice. And Rez Racer, fantastic, 55 seconds ahead of me. What a beast, in a positive way, not in a biblical sense. Oh, lost my concentration, was somewhere else for just a minute. Philness, have a great night, buddy. Thank you so much for being in the live chat, and looking forward to, I will be looking, if you get a race starting tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I'm going to be looking. It's perfect timing for me. My daughter should have just gone to her morning nap. Oscar Mike, hope to see you there too. And that was a very nice lobby, folks. Loved having, wow, clean racing. Actually, the only dirty racing I think that was done, there was an accidental crash behind us at the beginning of the race, and I'm sorry, Frankie Lips, I really didn't mean to punch you. It was a light punt, but still not cool on my part. Daniel saying the whole car was broke on that one. Super Doofus enjoying it. Cafe Snowflake, have a great night. And yeah, we'll be playing tomorrow. Eric Robbins, good evening. Yes, it has been a while. Eric Robbins, there's going to be almost certainly a JCCR Racing lobby going tomorrow at 10 a.m. Wall penalty was too much. I agree, Super Doofus. I'm going to save the settings with no wall penalty because the damage was high enough that the wall penalty was actually on weak. So if you see, I'll show this to you all. View event settings. Sorry, we'll go to right here, settings. And I'm just going to want to save the last little bit of that race.